Hi and welcome to Whitetail Edge. Today you're going to be watching JD Pyatt here in Ohio. JD has some great encounters with a really big deer that he ends up killing. Doesn't quite work out the way we want it to, but that's just part of filming deer. But then he gets to spend some great quality time with his wife Robin, and she kills an absolute Ohio pig with her shotgun. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy this hunt.
Whitetail Edge is brought to you by Black Widow Deer Lures, Redneck Blinds, Rocky, Antler King, Rogue Bowstrings.
I'll tell you what, this season was one to remember. Many highs and many lows. I got a piece of property across the road from my house that we manage pretty hard with food plots and run trail cameras and take inventory and try and pick out the bucks we're going to take and ones we're going to leave for future. Beginning of the season, I did a lot of filming for my son, Thane, and we happened to get on a pretty good piece of property that held a heck of a nice buck. And first time in there, we got the job done on that deer and laid down some pretty good footage. So one hunt in the books. Now it's my turn, and we're going to focus on that piece of property across the road from my house. I've been getting quite a few trail camera pictures of anywhere from 3 to 4 potential shooters in here, and 2 of them really stuck out. So those are the 2 that we're really going to focus on.
Ben Rising here with Whitetail Edge. Are you wanting to give yourself an edge? If you are, check out the brand new Black Widow smoking stick. It's an unbelievable product with a burn time of 3.5 hours. No more getting in and out of the stand every hour to relight another stick. This one will last all evening or all morning during your hunt. It's a great product. You got to give it a try. BlackWidowDeerLures.com.
We're heading in to the stand this afternoon. High hopes. I'm by myself. Thane was busy working, so I'm self-filming. And anybody that's ever filmed hunts and the whole 9 yards realizes how tough things can be. And I work for an electronic game call company, and I was trying to call deer in with the GC 500. And everything worked out in that aspect. I start doing a little rattling, throwing out a few grunts here and there in hopes that, with it being November, we would get the attention of one of these bucks that we were after, thinking that he was missing out on some action down in the food plot. The only thing I got caught off guard by was they come in from behind me. So, as you see, when this buck comes walking into the food plot, I'm actually set up for straight in front of me, and he catches me off guard. I'm going for the camera, I'm going for the bow, all at the same time, and he gets in and he keys right in on me up in the tree, and I'm stuck in that position with him staring me down for like what seemed like 5 to 10 minutes, but I'm sure it's only a couple at most. So I'm locked down in the tree with this deer, and arms out. Finally, he checks me off, and he starts to work his way across the food plot. And at that point, I'm doing the best I can to position the video camera, get a hold of my bow in my hand to get the release hooked up. And while all this is going on, the deer spots the caller sitting in the middle of the food plot, and it gets his attention. So he's somewhat focused on that. So at that point, I got to make this happen. So I position the camera, I get my bow up, I get my release on. As all that comes together, the call he spooked from it. And at that point, I was at full draw. He runs maybe 10, 15 yards, and I've got to take my elbow, try and adjust the camera to keep him in the frame. And the whole time going through my head, this deer is on complete edge ready to blow out of there at any second is what's going through my mind. So I hurry up, I position the camera, I see him in the frame, I come up and I make the shot and shoot right underneath of him. So you talk about one sick feeling. One of the highest points of a season is right in front of me, and then the lowest point of the season, all within a matter of minutes. So the struggles of trying to self-film. I had him in range, I just didn't get the job done. Hang my bow up, I'm sitting in my stand, head down, still shaking my head. What just happened? The main target buck I had of this property, that just happened with. So I'm sitting there and it's not even 2 minutes. And I happen to look or catch movement out of the corner of my eye, and in walks the other 10 point, the second deer on the hit list for this property. And again, lesson learned from this, not putting that collar in the middle of a food plot anymore. It all worked out, but not how I done it. But he ended up spooking off of that collar as well. I got a double punch to the gut when this buck walked through, and I'm just completely out of sync. One good thing about that buck, the second one, I ended up taking my wife muzzleloader hunting that season, and she ended up putting that deer down with a beautiful shot right behind the shoulder, just like I taught her.
Yeah, it was on it. It was right on that shoulder like you told me to.
Run up there and grab a hold of him. What do you think about that?
Oh my God.
Earlier on in the year, when I put that food plot in, I'd started some mock scrapes with some Black Widow, Scrape Master, and Dominant Buck Urine, because all the trail cameras were showing, there's quite a few bucks on this property. So I decided I'm gonna go over and check this situation out. I wanna look at these scrapes. I got a trail camera over top of one, and when I get in there, there was couple fresh rubs. The mock scrapes I had put in had been taken over by all the local bucks, and they'd actually added about 3-4 new scrapes, creating a line right from one food plot to the other food plot. And looking at all this fresh sign, I knew immediately I had to get back in here. Yesterday I was in here checking things out. I'm across the road from my house. I've got several food plots, and this is the place I had that mishap with those 2 bucks about, a week and a half ago, I think it was. Yesterday afternoon it rained, and I had a perfect wind for this tree stand. Only problem is, Thane's not capable. He's not able to go with me today, so I'm gonna do what I can to self-film. And the last time it didn't work out too good for me. Oh my God, no. Holy crap. That just happened. can't believe what just happened. He was on a mission, marching right in. He jumps right over the fence and marches right in here underneath of me. And I didn't have the camera on him. I can't believe it. My bow and the video camera are actually side by side. So I reach over and I catch out of the corner of my eye. He's literally right in front of my stand at this point. So it's one or the other, bow or the video camera. And after what I went through with him a week prior, I know Ben probably kicking my butt, but I went for the bow and I put an arrow in him. And you know, that filming hunts is kind of tough, especially when you're by yourself. You know, it just doesn't always work out. Not always. But I went with the bow, put the shot on him. Deer went 80 yards, went down, and you know, I took the #1 buck off the property that I was managing. So Ben can yell at me all he wants. Looks like pretty good blood, actually. Emotions are like a roller coaster with this. What a beautiful buck. Beautiful buck. It's just, this stuff is awesome. It is fun. You know, running trail cameras, putting in these food plots, managing these deer, you know, selecting which ones you want to take out. I'm going to get to put a tag on a good, solid Ohio whitetail. I couldn't be any happier with him. I love it.
You're going to go into the next episode here and you're going to watch Cody. And Cody has his own series of struggles and battles of hunting a deer that doesn't even exist.